everybody. I am back. It's been a while.
Yes.
But sis has been super busy. All good things, all good things.
Oh, good.
So welcome to my podcast.
The Serial
Entrepreneur. Why not have it all? So it's been busy. I actually made a status the other day about being busy and making sure that you're being busy is productive.
Right.
So it's all good busy. It's the working busy, the busies that's bringing in the money. So all good things. But I'm back to talk about your idea. What do you do when you have this big idea and you don't know how to turn it into a business?
Come on now. That's dope.
Yes.
You got this big idea, and what do you do to turn it into a business?
Because we all have ideas, and if you're an entrepreneur, at night you're constantly thinking of like things that you can do to better yourself, better your business. And sometimes we're too full of ideas. So we might want to, if we have the purse line, we might want to like tap into matching shoes for the purses or matching outfits. And how do you like know how to put it all together and focus in on what that idea is and making that idea great?
Wow, that's dope.
So today I really want to focus in on what's your idea? And just to give some backstory for childcare, because I've been in childcare since I was 17, doing it professionally, my idea was always to open up a daycare. So it came easy because it was something that I have already done, so I had experience in it. So it really wasn't like, oh my God, I have to do so much resources or like research. So because I already know what it is to take care of a child, to nurture the child, but I did not know the business side of it.
Right.
Which is two different sides of it. Like some of us can, as women, nurture a child, calm a child down, know when our child needs to be fed, know when our child needs to go to sleep. But it comes down to, how do you tell that parent, like, hey, you got to pay me?
Yeah.
Or hey, how does that look? Like, okay, how should I charge them? Do you charge by the hour? Do you charge by the day? Like, so knowing how to get that idea working, I always want to say, number one, put that idea on paper. I know sometimes we're so used to like our phones and our iPads, but to me, when you're writing, it just seemed like that pencil, that pen just keep going. Because sometimes, when you typing, your hands get tired, or you be like, or something to click on your phone, and it definitely like turns your attention somewhere else. But that paper, that's when you can really focus in. Okay, this is my idea and how this idea look. So definitely write it down. The scripture says, write the vision and make it plain. He didn't say type the vision.
He said write
He said write the vision.
On, Jesus.
So that's for us to write it down and to start letting that vision manifest. Absolutely. So I would definitely tell everyone, so let's start writing those things down, even when we're sleeping, because I feel like God deals with us in our sleep.
That's
and
dope.
It's hard to shake. Like, oh my God, we got a long day. You can think of all the things that you have to do, but sometimes you'll forget. And you want to be able to go back to those notes and say like, hey, let me write this down. Keep a journal on the side of your bed. Make sure you have those pens available, those pencils available. So when he does give you those things and when you're thinking about it, you're able to jot it down and go back. How many times have I literally can like hum a song in my sleep? And I'm like, man, that would have made a dope song to sell somebody. Right. But I can't even think how the song go, So when you're talented and you're creative, like most entrepreneurs are, we are sleeping, but we're still thinking.
Absolutely.
So we have to during that time, start writing it down, jotting it down. So that is my very first suggestion. My very first thing is write the vision, make it plain.
What is number two?
Number two, I would say believe in it.
Believe in it.
Don't doubt it. Don't say like, oh, everybody's doing it. Oh my God, I hear everybody say that. Well, everybody has a t-shirt line. But that's not your t-shirt line. Like, you don't know how your line or how your idea will be different from everyone. Even those who do hair. Well, everybody do hair, but you can do hair different.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
can be the type of person that not only do you do hair, you have your own oil to grow hair. You do bundles to sell hair. You done came up with your special comb. You know, you just listen. You can't always just be so afraid and so fearful and doubtful because everybody around us is doing it. Just imagine Nike. You think Nike care about what Adidas doing?
Right.
Absolutely not. Nike's going to do what Nike's going to do. You have to do what you're going to do regardless. You know what's so funny? McDonald's and Burger King always across the street from each other. Right. Or next door.
and she's right.
They're always.
And she's right. And KFC try to linger around.
They
try.
But you don't ever see them like, oh, well, they're right there, so I'm not going to go.
But wherever there's a McDonald's, you can be guaranteed.
You're going to see a Burger King.
It's a BK right there. Okay?
Right there. So why not make yours different? You know, the Burger King has the Whopper. McDonald's has the Big Mac.
Like McDonald's has the Big Mac. And what the McDowell's have?
Oh my God. Hold on, I couldn't. The McDowell's, I believe, was better. Listen, he was not afraid, but that's a good suggestion. He was not afraid, to rebrand himself right
Young
next.
Lion. Right
Next to a McDonald's and make his brand great. And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Making the idea and then believing in it and not caring what others may say. So
Absolutely.
Believe in yourself. Distinguish, I think I'm saying that right, your brand. What makes yours different? That's number 3.
Come on now.
What makes your brand different? Like, how does it stand out above others? At my child care center, we have a sign, and every time people say, they say, "Oh my God, I see this pink sign outside," and it lights up Van Dyke in the evening time. Now, there's plenty of daycares on Van Dyke, but my sign lights up Van Dyke and 12 Mile.
Come on now.
Let your brand
Be
light
the
it
light.
up. Light it up. Make it light. And that was a great investment. It was a kind of expensive.
I know.
But I'm happy because every time I ask people, hey, how did you hear about us? They say, oh, we seen the sign.
Yes.
Okay, so that lets me know right there that marketing is good.
Absolutely.
I'm lighting up Van Dyke. Even if they don't need care, they're going to say, oh, I was riding by. I seen this daycare.
Absolutely.
Listen, so don't be afraid. Make your brand different. Make your brand stand out, even in social media. People are so focused on likes and comments, but you know what I say? It go down in the DM.
Yeah, come on now.
It goes down in the DM because most people will never comment or like it just because some people are private and they don't want people to know what they're talking. Or it can just be like, hey, I'm going straight to the source. I don't want to talk on your comment. I'm going straight into your inbox. So you can get a few likes, but trust me, clientele is going down in the DM.
Come on now.
So don't let that intimidate you. Even though we all dream of 1 million followers, we all dream to get monetized. That is like the dream for all of us. But don't let that small beginning despise that for you.
Small and humble beginnings is where it's at. Though.
And humble,
you know,
literally.
Humble.
It keeps you
lesson,
humble.
I tell you.
And you'll look back, and they always say, well, you look back and you'll laugh. Literally laughing season. Because when I started in February, I was about 8 kids.
Wow.
Today I counted 48.
My God, today.
48. I literally was like, wait, I just went
shopping.
Yes. I'm like, I just went shopping for the center. Where's the plates? Where's the cereal? They're like, Alexis, we're at 48 kids. Like, those 2 boxes of Cheerios. No. We're going through that one day. So it just lets me know that I'm growing.
2 boxes of Cheerios.
Yes, you know how, like, listen, when you're on a budget, and that is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
Cheerios
it is expensive. And I'm like, listen, I set my budget for the month of what I want to spend. And in that budget, we need to stay. So when the month starts to go to the end, I'm like, okay, y'all, you know, we gonna have to double up.
Absolutely.
You know, let's start using all the old food. You know, let's get rid of all the old first before we buy new.
Absolutely.
But setting that budget, and now my budget was for 25 kids. The budget has to double. Because the kids have doubled.
And the money has
doubled.
And
the money has doubled.
Yes,
so,
ding, ding, ding.
Listen, that's the main thing.
Get to the bag.
The growth. the growth of it. And people, I might have not got a lot of shares on enrollment, but the calls, the text messages, the DMs, all of that has increased, the emails. So don't allow that to determine who your brand is.
Come on now.
And your brand identity. The next thing I would say, target audience. You got to know who your audience is.
Come on now. You have to know.
You have to know, because we're targeting the wrong people.
Yeah.
So I have a child care center. While I'm talking to somebody 70, asking them, do they got any kids? They got grandkids, maybe great grandkids, but that's not their job to find child care unless they have that custody or guardianship. You need to know. So right now, I have to target younger people, the ones who are having the babies. Know who you're targeting.
Wow.
Don't target.
That's important. That's
very
good right
important.
there. Honey, that's good right there. You got to know who you're targeting, because you could be targeting 80-year-old man.
Yes. And they have rarely do I get those calls from the grandparents. Most of the time, parents are calling about child care. Even if the grandparents call, their child still comes to the tour.
Absolutely.
Because that's the parent.
Absolutely.
So know who you're targeting and know what your brand consists of. Even with my handbags, most older women don't believe in buying more than one purse. But young girls like myself and my co-hosts, we like to change it with our outfits. So why would I go to really a senior citizen function?
Right.
They might bad for their granddaughters, but look, they on a monthly income. They ain't going out of that. They don't want to spend none of that bingo money. So you have to know who you're targeting. And I love what Facebook have when you're even running an ad, which is very helpful. They tell you what's your age, what's your range. If my child care center is in Warren, why would I target Bloomfield Hills?
Right. Absolutely.
It don't need to run on the website unless I have that location.
Right, absolutely.
I need to be in my surrounding cities.
Absolutely.
So that's all about just knowing. And another good idea for those who have brick and mortars or a traveling person, you can actually go to the post office and do the blast of mail in that zip code. And I believe you know how they have the 4x6 flyers, and then you can take those to the post office and pay about $120, $130 and just do a whole blast to that zip code.
What?
Yes, it's very helpful.
That is dope information.
Yes, and it really helps. So you know how sometimes we get our mail, we'll see different businesses in there. That's all. You be like, how they get my address? Well, all you have to do is get those postcards, flyers, and then they'll mail it for you at the postal office. So, and that's in your area. So,
girl, that information right there is so dope alone by itself.
Yes.
Because I never knew that. And I'm 51 years old.
Yes. And it's so helpful. Me, right now, I don't have a lot of spots, but my second location, what I'll do is I'll get those flyers made. I'll go to the post office and be like, hey, I wanted to hit this age group for these homes, because you got to know the post office have all that information about whether them homes have children, adults, senior citizen, dogs. The post office have that information. So whatever you're targeting for your market, you can send that to those homes, and it's not on an expensive price, but you have to realize marketing is not cheap.
Not at
but when you have that budget for marketing, which you should always have a budget for your marketing, put that in your budget. Those blast off. So they got the email blasts, but I'm still old school. I like a little mail. You checking your mail and you see those things.
I'm going to be a blasting fool. I'm going to be at the post office. I'm going to Toledo post office. I'm going to the Warren post office. I'm going to Rochester. You understand what I'm saying? I never knew how they did that.
Yes.
You are a genius. You do realize that, don't you?
Yeah. So I appreciate that.
Yes.
But definitely just things like that, knowing who your target audience is. So with that being said, it's about discipline and time. That's number. I think that's 5.
Yeah.
Discipline and time. And like I said earlier about being busy, I don't mind. Okay, so this is my thing. I'm sorry, I'm about to rant. I talk to so many people. I just be so busy. but your math ain't mathing because the bag is not coming in your busyness. And I just feel like when you're saying things like, oh, remind me because I'll forget. Well, why would you forget? Like, you don't even be doing nothing. I mean, honestly, like, I just get so bothered when people be like, oh, you're going to have to do a follow-up, a remind, text me 2 hours before the event. And I'm like, okay, like they
just as Mr. Important. Yes, just trying to, just because.
It's just, and it just kills me. It kills me inside because I'm like, listen, you don't have to do all that. Now, if the math and the bag was adding up, yeah, let me do that. But come on, you have to be busy. When you're busy, let it be productive.
Girl, listen, you are preaching. You are ministering here.
For real, let it just be productive.
Come on, please, ma'am. Please, sir.
Because we can find ourselves doing so much, but so nothing, so little.
Come on, man.
So put that time in. So last night I was online on my laptop after a long day of work, and I was like, you know what, I want to spend 2 hours researching. Like, I want to kind of focus in on business credit because I want to purchase a bus for the kids, like a school bus, not just like a regular, like I want it to be like a real nice school bus, 30 passengers. And I was like, okay, so let me think about like how that looks, business credit, because I don't want to get it in my personal credit. I want to get it in my business name. So I just started resourcing business credit. What should I do? How does it look? Let's start off with a simple credit card, but just putting that extra discipline, that extra time in. I don't know it all, but what I don't know, please believe I'm going to set aside that time. My daughter sleep. My husband works afternoons. So I'm like, listen, this hour and a half, 2 hours,
that's your me time.
That's my time. I'm going to turn off the TV.
Turn it up.
I'm going to do, I'm going to do my due diligence in investing time in myself.
You have to.
You have to. In order for your brand to grow, this idea to be successful, even in the beginning stages, you have to spend time with your brand. It's like a newborn.
Absolutely.
You just don't spend no hour with a newborn. You with this newborn 24/7.
24/7.
You feed it, you clothe it, you change it, you wash it up.
Baby.
It's your baby. And the problem is, we don't treat it as such. We look for these things to happen overnight.
Oh my God.
And unfortunately, it takes time. It takes grooming that idea. It takes catering to it. It takes researching.
It takes even dreaming about
it. Embracing it, loving on it, finding ways that you can enhance it. Sometimes you take stuff away or you might add to it. So it's not always just like, oh, I'm just going to do this, and by next year, it's going to be this. $1 million brand. Now, can it happen? Absolutely.
Period.
But if you're not putting that time into it, because most people say, well, when you have a 9 to 5 and you still have this idea in this business, how do you do both? You have to stay up.
Listen. I told people this is my thing and my theory. I sleep when I'm dead.
Listen.
Okay? I don't need to be sleeping. All I need is a couple hours.
Listen.
For the real soul, mind, and body to recharge, my God.
And that's it. And now I'm back.
I'm sleeping.
Listen.
What is sleep?
What is sleep?
I can't even find it no more. I had to take something to go to sleep last night. I took me a little sleepy pill off the market, okay?
Listen.
Yes, I did, because listen. When you're a real serial entrepreneur, there is no sleep.
There is absolutely no sleep.
None.
And you have to take that time out if you want it to grow. And right now, my childcare center, we've been open for 5 months. And I have it's like a baby. I have to take it. Like I got my work phone. I'm on vacation. Thank you for calling One of a Kind. In between.
Period.
Because I can't afford to take the days off. Because I have a bigger.
It's not even that you can't afford to take the days off. It's that your drive will not let you take a day off.
Is so
there is
good.
No day off.
Yeah.
We don't have. When you work for yourself, you don't have to take days off. Listen, every day is a vacation.
Yes.
Guess why? Because you're doing what you love.
Doing what you love. And that's so serious.
I just medicine to somebody. Oh my God.
Listen, it's so crazy because my mentor, he was like, which is Pastor Sam, he was like,
amazing man, Pastor Sam.
Love him
Love
so
you,
much.
Pastor
and he was
Sam.
like, you have drive.
Oh my God.
And he was like, and because I was like, I just don't know. And, I'm just talking to him about some things. And he was like, it's the drive that gets you where you need to be. He was like, nothing you do is like shocking for me. It's always because you have the drive.
Yeah.
And I feel like
the will,
idea and drive have to meet. They have to come together.
And that drive, once they meet, and then they have a baby.
They have the baby.
My God,
they literally have the baby.
Oh, it's a bomb. It's TNT.
It's a 10 out of 10.
It's 10 out of 10.
So that's been my whole thing. My drive and my will. And the idea has come together, and it has made who I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I wouldn't take that for granted. And I feel like we have so many people. Oh my God, how many people we know that have great ideas?
Right.
And you was like, you ever see like people that you know, and you be like, oh my God, if they would just really,
if they would, girl,
just buckle down.
Girl, listen, I got one right now. I ain't gonna call no names, sorry, but I got one now that's under my wing that she keep making bad decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She keep getting herself in the same spot.
Yeah.
And then she keeps trying to find a job. You already done messed your background up. All right. Now you keep trying to find a job. Every time you get a job, you lie about your background.
Listen.
All right. And then some of them, she don't lie about her background. They just let them slide in.
Yeah.
And then 2-3 weeks later,
here it comes.
Yeah. We can't have you here because of your background.
Yeah.
God himself is literally trying to show her that she don't need to work for no.
Listen, I had this conversation recently with someone else.
Talk about it.
And I was just like, why do you find yourself at this job?
Why?
When you have so much potential.
Listen, you are more than what you have become.
Yes.
That is from Lion King. Okay, Mufasa. You are more than what you have become.
Listen, why do you keep trying to clock the clock? Stop.
Oh, block the cock watch.
Listen,
okay,
stop, because your potential is there, but they have no drive. They don't think that they can do it. They don't see it, but they can see you and they can tell you everything great about you. Like, hey, you're doing this. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. But you
gotta believe in yourself. Listen, you better be like the witch. What is it, Glenda, the good witch of the East? Baby, you better believe in yourself.
If don't nobody else believe in
you, you better get up from there and do it.
And she already tapped on the last thing. But definitely believing in yourself is vital. It's key to taking you to the next level.
And please be delivered from people. Don't matter what nobody think or say. If God gives you a vision, run with it. Please.
Run with it as fast as you can.
Please.
Not intimidated. I actually met an investor, and he's a millionaire. He has millions. And it speaks to God and God who being who he is. He always put me in a room with the right people. And he don't know me from a can of paint, but just like seeing my social media, blah 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 blah, very impressed. We were talking about some future locations that I'm thinking about doing, and he was talking about the money thing, and I was like, that's great. And he was like, you're the first person who's really not like, oh, you're rich. And I was like, well, you know why? Well, why? Because I'm going to be rich too. So I feel like me and you on the same level. Listen, you know what I'm saying?
I have been around 3 millionaires this month.
Wow.
God plugged me into a t-shirt printing company that is $1 million company.
Wow.
This young man has companies all over Michigan, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Maryland, Las Vegas, Nevada, California.
Wow.
Listen, this man got the warehouse where he does the textile and makes the fabric to make the t-shirts for the company. So he didn't cut out the middleman.
Wow, that's
now
so
listen,
big.
The young man is genius. And what he said, I'm going to plug you into the 4. Now he's flying me to Vegas.
Wow.
July 17th to the 21st to go to a 4,000. It's going to be 4,000 vendors, 3 football fields of vendors. Do you know what I'm going to be doing down there?
Networking.
I'm going to have 4,000 cards, and I'm going to try to have 4,000 contracts when I come up out of there in 4 days.
Okay.
Quit playing with me.
Why not?
Listen, millionaires all in your hand, millionaires all around you. We are where we're supposed to be. You're doing, listen, you haven't seen anything yet, young lady.
Yeah.
You have the blessings of God on your hand. Your life is covered.
Yeah.
You will be a millionaire.
I believe that. We will be a millionaire. So it's not like I'm not intimidated by properties that's $1 million properties.
You can't be.
Because I believe that God will do it.
Because one of them's yours.
Okay? Just pick. You can have what you want. This is God. I am God. The earth is in my hand. The earth is the Lord, the fullness thereof.
It belongs to Him.
And it's nothing that you can have.
And you can't tell me what I can
Listen, and oh my God, every Sunday I raise tithes and offering. That's like my job.
Ooh, that's the worship right there.
Because I just saw my dad, which is my pastor. He was just like, you have this, the spirit of wealth is on you. And because I believe you have that on you, I feel like you're the person that should be speaking blessings.
Daddy is smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I literally get up there every Sunday and we do this declaration where we do like we'll say repeat after me, and it'll say lands and properties, contracts and loans and grants, credit increase, credit limit increase.
My God.
Debt cancellation, and we like declare and decree these declarations every Sunday. It's like a whole list of things that we say: unexpected deposits, unexpected transfers, checks in the mail, PayPal, Zelle, and we just start just repeating these.
Will you help me write a declaration for my church at offering time? Because this is important.
It's very important.
Your existence, speaking that into
before
existence.
You give it. Before you give
Honey,
it,
He's done it for me.
Listen, we put our phones. I said wherever you receive your money, whether it's your pocketbook, you put your phone in the air. And at first, people were looking like, "Oh my God, I'm not about to hold my phone in the air or my wallet in the air." But not every Sunday I got it. Because that's how real it is. And then when you start getting those testimonies of like,
I got a Zelle,
I got an unexpected. I said, listen,
my refrigerator full of food.
Okay. Abundance.
Because you were obedience. And what does the Bible say? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Come on,
we listen all day.
You give it to me. Because I know I deserve it on today. Glory to God. This is good.
Listen, it's an anointing in that.
Yeah.
And I speak that and I declare that over their lives, and I speak it over their lives and just opportunities, and then we end it with everything new.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I just believe God for that. And so with that idea, start speaking, really not even the idea, start speaking life over your life. Even to those things that was dead, those things that need to rise, those things that need to go away, whatever it is, financially, depression, anxiety, fear, because a lot of us are scared to do the entrepreneurship is because we have fear. And God has not given us the spirit of fear, but a power and love and of a sound mind. You cannot be fearful. And what I love about that scripture, he said, but God has not given us the spirit of fear. But you notice he said but. So that's an interjection to let us know that something good is coming after that
something
but.
Is good. Ooh,
so
Lord
definitely,
God.
that is definitely
my
next message I'm going to be preaching.
I love it. I'm coming to hear you preach.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm going to pop up at the crib.
Listen, I appreciate it.
I'm going to pop up at the crib.
I appreciate it so much. I got a chance to speak at a youth day a few weeks ago.
You are so inspirational.
Thank you so much.
You really are. You really are. I'm very proud of you.
So
this is, we're picking up momentum.
Yeah.
You have a facelift coming to your show. You don't even know what it is, but we got some good things.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so, you're doing well. This is going to go far. And I just love you. Go ahead and tie it on up, baby girl.
I mean, listen, idea. You got this big idea. Where do you start? Start now. Don't wait.
Now.
People say, oh, I'm waiting on the right time. Let me tell y'all something. As long as you live it, life gonna happen. Life gonna life. And we gonna always have to put it off.
You better jump.
So if you can't put it off another day, start today. When you hear this and you listen to this, start writing it down. Start journaling and say yes to your dream and no to failure.
Yes to your dream.
Yes, say yes and speak it over your life. every day, whatever you got to do, I'm going to be this. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be an author, a best-selling author. My podcast is going to be the best. I'm going to get views. I'm going to get likes. You know, whatever it is, I'm going to get picked up one day. You know, you don't know. And if you're not speaking that, if you don't believe it for yourself, as much as we will want to believe it for you, it will never happen. So it's up to you to believe in yourself and push yourself into your next until our next time. Thank you for sharing with us. We love you. We love you. We love you.
We love you.